On today's episode, we're going to talk about how these dribble moves were inspired by this dribble move. Welcome to X-Ray Basketball, the show that takes a deeper look into basketball. I'm Coach Logan, and on this channel, we provide an opportunity for coaches and players to improve their knowledge and understanding of the game of basketball by breaking down and analyzing game film. If you enjoy our videos and find them informative, please hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when our future videos come out. One of the most popular moves in basketball is the crossover. It's deadly, it's unpredictable, and it's incredibly hard to guard. However, despite the popularity of all these crossover dribble moves, very few of them were ever given a name. So in today's episode, we're going to break down the killer crossover, aka the UTEP two-step. And the man behind this killer crossover is former NBA player Tim Hardaway. Almost every dribble move can trace its roots and foundation back to Tim Hardaway's killer crossover. So let's break down this killer crossover and learn more about Tim Hardaway as we step into the X-Ray. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, Tim Hardaway attended Carver Area High School. Tim wasn't highly recruited coming out of high school due to his small size, but the 6-foot point guard accepted a scholarship to play for Hall of Fame coach Don Haskins at the University of Texas at El Paso, also known as UTEP. He was named the Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year his senior season and totaled over 1,500 points and 500 assists in his 4 years. Tim Hardaway led UTEP to 2 NCAA tournament appearances before being drafted with the 14th overall pick in the 1989 NBA draft to the Golden State Warriors. Tim Hardaway played 13 seasons in the NBA, majority of those with the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat. He appeared in 9 playoffs during his career and averaged over 17 points per game and 8 assists per game. But what Tim Hardaway is most known for is his crossover, so let's take a look at it. Did you miss it? Let's rewind and rewatch. This crossover was incredibly effective for Tim Hardaway in his basketball career. And on the surface, it really does look like a simple yet effective move. However, don't celebrate just yet thinking that you've got this move figured out. Contrary to popular belief, this move is actually a counter move to an equally dangerous and efficient dribble move. The between the legs and cross move is actually a counter to the between the legs dribble move. When combined with an explosive change of pace, this move is also very difficult to defend, catching defenders off balance and unprepared. To master the killer crossover, you really need to master this move first. So let's break it down. The key is to get lower than your defender, extending your lead foot towards your defender and a little bit outside their shoulders. Once you dribble between your legs, it's important to explode forward with your opposite foot, going shoulder to shoulder with your defender, leaving them no room to recover. Master this move and you'll be one step closer to the killer crossover. But for the rest of it, let's listen to Tim Hardaway.
So I used to come and cross and put it between my legs, then bring it back in front of you and cross you over and have a free lane to the lane.
Notice how quickly he changes his body position and gets lower than his man. When he sees his defender's feet out of position, he explodes past him. The key for efficiency is to use the same foot you use for the crossover to blow by your defender. Still think it looks easy? Listen to Dwayne Wade.
Tim Hardaway has the best crossover. AI has the easier one to do, but Tim Hardaway's is still to this day is hard, but it was probably the most effective crossover, but you don't see a lot of guys doing it because a lot of guys can't do it. I mean, Tim Hardaway used to come at people, 100 miles an hour and change directions 2 ways. He'll go bing, bing, real fast, and that's hard for a lot of people to do. So Tim Hardaway is probably the toughest.
And that change of direction while being so quick and going full speed is really what makes this such an effective move. Hardaway uses great body position to gain leverage and to get around his defender. Watch his shoulders as they constantly get lower than the defenders on the dribble move. The final piece to make this move work is to not just predetermine that you're going to use it, but to actually read your defender's feet and body position and see if you can gain an advantage. However, Tim Hardaway didn't become a 5-time NBA All-Star because of one move alone. It's important to have a variety of dribble moves to fall back on to counter whatever the defense is doing. And ultimately, you could turn into a fantastic ball handler, but if you are not capable of finishing around the basket or creating a shot for yourself, you're still a limited player. One move alone does not define a player, it's all the moves that that player has in their bag. Master moves and counter moves and different types of finishes. Then you'll be ready to unload on whatever the defense throws at you. This is how a seemingly simple dribble move has been the foundation for so many fantastic, complex, and highlight-worthy dribble moves. We hope this video has given you a better understanding of just how deadly the killer crossover can be and how it helped Tim Hardaway have such a successful career in the NBA. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you have any suggestions or comments for future videos that you'd like to see us make, cross over down below to the comment section and let us know what you'd like us to make. While you're in the comments, we know we can't talk about crossovers without mentioning Allen Iverson, so let us know down below whose crossover is better, Tim Hardaway's or Allen Iverson's. Now that you know how the killer crossover is done, the only way to perfect it is to go out onto the court and practice. Keep learning and keep practicing until we see you on the next episode of X-Ray Basketball.